Legend tells of a ring created by an ancient evil that gave its wearer the power to enslave the world. Believed lost for centuries, it has now been found.
Is it secret? Is it safe?
This is the One Ring, forged by the Dark Lord Sauron. Sauron needs only this ring to cover all the lands of a second darkness. He's seeking it all. His thought is bent on it.
No one knows it's here, do they? Do they, Gandalf?
The weapon of the enemy is a gift. Let us use it against him.
You cannot wield it. None of us can.
The ring must be destroyed.
It was made in the fires of Mount Doom. Only there can it be unmade.
I know what I must do, but I'm afraid to do it.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
There is no other way. There's something down there.
Are you frightened?
Yes.
Not nearly frightened enough.
Welcome back, everybody, to Hood Classics. And like always, I got my man Shahid here. What's going on, good sir?
Nothing much. I don't know why we had to do that again. But.
Hey, man, just bring it in real nice. I ain't just going to say, all right, we back. But listen, we back with part 2, finishing off Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Rings. Listen, we just going to jump right into it. So we are going to start where we left off at. Gandalf sacrificed himself so the other members of the Fellowship could go. And if you've been following along with us, you know where to start. So we are going to start this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
Poor Frodo.
I'm mad at carrying that man like a baby. I get it, just look funny.
Now the orcs want to show back up. It's like, we was scared before.
We owe y'all ass down. Oh man,
Aragorn like keep it moving. My homie died.
Yeah.
Everybody like Frodo, because that's the whole thing. They don't really establish how long Gandalf's known Aragorn. You know they have a relationship, but you know Frodo's relationship with Gandalf and the rest of hobbits. Like that's the homie.
Everybody lost. You don't know what it is. Sam's hurting. You know, you fucked me up with that whole slave thing too. I look at it. I've been looking at him different now.
Servant.
Oh wow.
That makes you feel better. You're like, Legolas, get him up.
We gotta go.
It's wild how Boromir is the one that's like, give him a rest. Like, we ain't got to rest. We got to keep it moving. I mean, part of that is like, they didn't want to go to Mines of Moria for a reason. Yeah, Aragorn, like, on your feet. We soldiers. He acting like he back in G.I. Jane again.
Frodo like, man, you know what? I'm gonna have to do this shit up by myself.
You kind of wondering like how many. Yeah, he's starting to wonder how many people got sacrificed themselves. That little one tear coming down, and basically the second part of the movie is Frodo realizing that no matter the intentions of his friends, that's a burden that only he can carry.
Mm-hmm.
Because he don't want to put them at risk, and more importantly,
man, slow down.
They can't trust him. Oh nah. Aragorn know about he loved that Elvis food.
I can tell.
With his colored girlfriend. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get some of that bread.
Man, y'all about to have the best oxtails ever.
You know, damn real elves ain't eating that oxtail. They vegetarians. Yes, she get somebody who nose open, Gimli like elf witch.
Terrible power.
That means she Creole.
That's how he talking. Yeah, Frodo shook. Frodo like shit.
Doing all that talking, gets caught lacking. Oh, see Kate Blanchett popping my eyes open. Bring great evil here, ring bearer. You know, like, you alright? Nope. Yeah, it's why I watch these movies. You can slowly see the hope and youth drain out of Frodo.
Hey man.
By the time you get to the last one, he just looked like raggedy.
May look like he know about life now. Shit, he's just sweet out here.
Age like Ric Flair. Like the dwarf reads so loud, we get a shower in the dark. Oh, as people call him, the chubby elf.
Man.
I don't know where he get that nickname from, but I don't know. I started watching Lord of the Rings. They was like, oh, the chubby one.
Come on, man.
I knew exactly what they were talking about. I didn't say that. I'm saying what the internet said.
Made a little big bone. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Pre-Ozempic face. That's the before. Yeah, you sure you don't go to New Zealand? They might be a little racist, but you only gonna be there for a few days.
No, I'm not going to New Zealand. Sorry.
You're just gonna be there for a few days, so
Yeah.
you're not doing racism for a few days.
Just deal with it for a few days to see some beautiful sights.
Yeah. Like how we gotta do with most of the planet.
I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah, Costa Rica, the place I didn't deal with none of that. Because even Turks and Caicos is kind of looking at me funny because I was a American black, and it was beautiful too. So yeah, that dude looked beautiful. I get mad go all these beautiful places. Oh, you know you can't stay here, right?
You bringing too much trouble. Oh, I know. I just know that one.
Do that shit on.
I know that Wi-Fi go crazy up in there.
You see the face they making? They see that white woman.
Seeing something so beautiful.
Jaw open. Eight, they're here. Yet 9, they set up the ribbon. They're like, where is Gandalf? I would like to speak to him. Yeah,
She's like, what's up?
Yeah, you know what happened to Gandalf? He fallen in the shadow. I swore, that's the whole thing. Without reading the books, I swore he died. Until I watched the later ones.
You know,
go ahead.
If you never would have said that, I would still be thinking he was going to be dead. That's how long it's been since I watched these movies.
Yeah. She looking at eyes, it's like, you slipping. I don't know about y'all. Y'all got a little lust in your hearts. But this little young one, there's some hope. Looking at Sam. Sam the slave will keep y'all straight.
I wish you wouldn't have said that to me. I really do. I really wish you would have said that.
Sam the servant. Yeah, he in a cousin scene. I think Mary Pippin is like Frodo's cousin. One's the cousin, one's the friend. And Sam was like, why do you think Sam was always around? That's the homie? Like we homies?
Yeah, I thought they were homies.
Yeah, they are homies.
Just in a different way. Oh, shit. Just in a different way. Go run my bathwater.
I mean, it ain't like he out there picking cotton.
Yeah, I got
leaf in the Shire. He out there chilling, just contemplating. For me, the grief is still poor Legolas. The grief is still too near. Poor Gandalf left us.
You will find no rest here.
Yeah, still thinking about James Bond. I heard her voice. Yeah, she knows you lacking. I heard her voice in my ear. She spoke my the fall of Gondor. Yeah, she out here telling them nasty truths that y'all want to hear. So you know your family raggedy, right?
This fellowship washed.
Gandalf was holding it together like LeBron in Cleveland.
Man, I ain't even gonna get started on that shit. But you know what you're gonna have to talk about because they got Tyler out here looking like he Jordan. Ugh.
You don't see the most disrespected player in the league. Call him Tyler. His name Tyrese.
Tyler, whatever the fuck his name is.
If I called you John, you would wonder. You'd be looking at me sideways. That was the same thing.
You right. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, somebody else had their name mispronounced their entire life. I kind of noticed stuff like that. They out here trying to get hope. Former Timo home. They
Silver trumpets.
Him and his damn horn.
I have seen the White City.
Yeah, one day our past will lead us there. See Boromir, like we gonna make Gondor great again.
Oh God, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo, I will secure the legacy of my family. No, because they got a weird relationship where Boromir and his family are in charge, but Aragorn should be. So everybody looking at Aragorn like, he the real king soon as he just get his head out his ass. And Boromir's like, we doing this now. Y'all talking about the past. So it's that little tension there that really have anything to do with them, but it's affecting them. Yeah, you walk around. See, the Hobbits walk around with no shoes. And they feet look like donkeys. The elves be walking around with those shoes, and they're like they about to go to Pilates. I sense some genetic bigotry going on. I'm gonna leave that alone. Yeah, she definitely out. She definitely do colon cleanses twice a week. Just walk around, not a care in the world. It's funny when you think about her, and then you watch The Hobbit. She walk around swinging a sword, murdering folks. Yeah, she is a killer. Back in the day. But that was a long time ago. That's like when you see pictures of Helen Mirren in her 30s. It's like, oh yeah, she been looking good her whole life.
Oh, I like when I see pictures with you with damn dog. I got you.
That is a separate thing. Me with a dog has no judgment how I look.
Look like you're your Rough Riders era.
You out here being a bigot. Here, like it's some things I've seen. She talk like a scammer, except for she really not a scammer. That's the most dangerous one. Somebody that sound like a charlatan, but is really about that work. Go ahead, look at this magic water, this bong water, and see your future. If you fuck up, like yeah, sip it. That's how my friends used to be. They want me to try alcohol for the first time. One sip won't kill you. And then I had a one sip. That's how I look like.
This what happened. You looking like this what happened if you leave Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, they're going
exactly what happened.
They're going to be set on fire.
Exactly.
They're going to arrest Kyrie.
Exactly what happened. That shit went to hell.
Like what you see. Keep looking. Got them boys in chains.
You hit him in the head with a whip.
Your little short ass there to the mill. Them trees ain't gonna cut themselves.
He hit Sales with a damn whip on the head. God damn.
Oh, see that ring. Hey, that's how the feet should be. Like you keep eating them pig feet. You ain't gonna have no legs.
You eat the gout.
I know what you saw. I saw the same thing. Y'all better tighten up. So if you fail, that's what's gonna happen. Your friends gonna be slaves.
Fellowship is breaking. It's already begun.
You would try to take the ring.
You know who I'm speaking.
It could be a weapon for Gondor. Why we just throw it away? Why don't we use it? He like, if you want it, I'll take it. Ah, shit. She like, Don't be threatening me no good time. You notice all the folks who get offered to say no,
because they know they're
all the ones all the other ones trying to take it.
You know why? Because they know themselves. They like, nah, I'll fuck this all up.
Because Gandalf was like, nah, you don't want me having this. I'm too damn strong.
You really want me? I'll be the baddest bitch ever.
Basically. Beautiful and terrible as the dawn. This white feminism.
I ain't gonna say what I'm thinking, but yeah.
This how Republicans would act like this would happen if Hillary Clinton would have been president.
Pretty much.
Or Kamala Harris. I don't need that evil bitch in charge. Now look at y'all. Can't afford nothing. Your grandparents about to lose their Social Security. Your kids getting measles.
Like, ooh, you took me back to a time where I did not want to go.
Yeah, like, nah, I passed the test. I'm good. Nah, I'm gonna stick being a vegetarian. I don't need them chicken McNuggets.
You don't need them.
She proud of herself too.
Like, I did it. I'm all right.
And she like, you know what? You about that work to bear a ring of promise to be alone. See, she put the seed in his ear. Like, you gonna be by yourself as long as you got that ring. And if you don't find your way, no one will. So it's all on you. So he like, I'm gonna take the ring and I'm gonna just make it do what it do. I'm afraid to do it. Stop being afraid.
I'm afraid.
I don't blame him. He was a couple of months ago, he's about to eat some damn oatmeal, minding his business. Talking about his uncle about to retire. Now look at him.
I don't think it was oatmeal. I'm sure it was porridge.
Oh, I'm so sorry, the oat inspector. It wasn't oatmeal, it was porridge.
Damn, man. Get that man some new skin routine.
They were elves once, taken by the dark powers. Tortured and mutilated.
You're like, all right.
That's how they actually, you sleep with black people, that's how you look out. Lead them black jazz singers along with their marijuana, or you turn to an Urukai.
All right, Donovan. You are new hope now for Cleveland. Go out there and get it done.
You just want to keep talking about that game, don't you? That's the second time you mentioned it.
It's just funny. I'll just leave it at that. It's funny.
Yeah, now if you're a Cavs fan.
Boy, the way they were gassed up all year, boy. Oof.
They had a reason for that.
Oh, yeah. Great regular season.
I know a Viking fan ain't talking.
Hey, listen, I got my own troubles. We let
I know that who I think it is.
Yeah, exactly. We got our own troubles. Let me shut up.
You do not know pain. You do not know fear. You will taste man flesh.
They were hype about that.
Damn right. Men been holding them down. They when the halflings carry something great about bring them to me alive and unspoiled. Kill the others. Oh, yeah, that used to be a forest.
Yeah, now it's just whatever.
We would clean cold my ass. Now they out there on a boat. Gave him some bread, and a light bulb, and told him to
get out. Damn. Well, they gave y'all some boats, 3 boats, so that's something.
Magic book. This cape will hide you if you sit next to a tree. And we got this bread with this preservative. See, people don't like that GMO bread. That Elvis bread was lasting the entire trilogy of the movies. See, trust a white woman. Get you straight. See, it's funny the stuff they get. He don't even use that till the 3rd movie. That little magic light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
When all other lights go out. As a matter of fact, he don't even use it. Sam used it. After Sam got kicked to the curb and couldn't take no for an answer. Oh, he ain't mean it. I'd have walked my ass home. Frodo be by himself.
See, that tells you what type of friend you are.
You trusting some old zombie hobbit over me? You let Gollum gas you up? Yeah. Good luck. Don't call me when your light bill due. Call that bitch you chose. Damn right, I'll be like that.
Come on, man.
I'll walk my ass home.
You
out.
Come on, man. You got to be all right.
I'm riding my ass to the house. You go as far as you gonna go. You made your choice.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so was Frodo for choosing Gollum. They out there on foot.
Foot, running and
No
walking.
breaks, no nothing, just running.
That's real focus. That's real focus and determination right there.
And they know too.
Like, oh shit.
Like, yeah, you can't. That river don't last forever.
Y'all just gonna,
They just running across. They just running across the mountains. Like, yeah, we got your way.
hey, y'all caught up? Shit.
Well, they not paddling all that fast.
Got that right.
They out there strolling like,
Hey, why
they ain't here yet.
Why a bunch of them got dreadlocks? I don't like the way that's looking.
It ain't. It is warrior braids,
Oh.
boxer braids. It's not dreadlocks.
Okay.
Did you hear what Kim Kardashian called it that when she had them?
I-
These are boxer braids,
Okay.
and she can wear them because she's a woman of color because she's technically half Asian.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah. And that's exactly how I said it too.
Damn, who made that?
Slaves.
Felt like it took a lot of work.
Probably did take a lot of work. Don't let Kratos around there. You're going to knock that shit down to get across. You imagine you spent a couple 100 years building some sculpture and some bald asshole just knock it over.
Build
Because
another.
he's beefing with Zeus. Man, you better walk around. I think about all that. I think about ancient statues that we have. How long it took to make with the technology they had, and the fact that they made it, and the vanity about. Because we technically could make it, but we wouldn't make that. You know how much money that would cost? I'm gonna build a pyramid out of stone in 2025. What government would even allow that?
Good question.
Like you spending how much of our money to do what?
Yeah, I want
How many people?
a big statue of myself.
Yeah, bring back the old days when wealthy people were like, you know what? I'm just going to use my money, build me castles, build statues, learn how to play the guitar. Now it's like, I want to make fake friends because I don't have real ones. You keep your eye on Boromir. You know that fit he got on is nice.
Yeah. He can sketch you from the jump.
Hide the boats. They go, yeah. Just a simple way, finding our way to more. Everybody like, we just gonna walk to Mordor, huh? And pass for elaborate razor shot rocks. Yeah, Gimli sound like Boromir. Festering stinking marshland as far as I can see. Like, yeah. That's where we going. So rest, just short ass.
The little legs a break. But she leave now.
Orcs patrol the eastern
See,
shore.
my man, look, Orlando knew. He's like, man, we got to get the fuck up out of here, bro.
Yeah, the woods of easel. Shadow and threat has been growing in my mind. Something draws near.
I can feel it.
That's how white people act like, oh, integration. They starting to buy stuff in our neighborhoods.
Ain't nobody gonna make no bacon now.
No. Oh, that second, third breakfast shit out the window.
Yeah, they knocked that shit off quick.
And meanwhile, Frodo just wandering on by himself.
Man, where your goofy ass going?
He always just walking somewhere. Like, you know what you got? Oh, I'm just traveling.
It's still that innocence there. And you got that.
Oh, look who found you. Oh, Chester the molester.
Look how you looking at him. Like, I don't trust you, bro.
It's like that Different Strokes episode.
Oh, God.
You want to play horsey, Frodo?
Wait, but you talking about the bicycle man one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's just watching shit like that.
That shit had a laugh track. What the fuck was going on in the 80s?
That and Punky Brewster. Oh, he got, don't get, you know what? Guess what? It worked. I never played around with no damn refrigerator.
That's true. That's true. Cause you know what, that Webster episode did scare me as a kid when he set the apartment on fire.
See? Like warning. Against what? What you warning for? What you worried about? Why you stumbling?
You know me, Frodo.
I'm your homie. I'm your man.
Don't you see this is
I thought you had to
madness?
swing your sword.
There is no other way.
Ask only for the strength to defend my. See, here you go. I just want to defend my people.
You got what I want.
Let me the ring. Why you call? I'm no thief. Just let me hold it.
You are not yourself.
You know what you sound like? Just let me put the tip in.
Oh my God, it's bad. Like, yo, that gas got you tripping right there.
Like they gonna fight. They gonna take. Like if you don't let me hold it, they gonna murder you. And you
You beg for death before the end.
But it's wild. That's just, if my friend started talking to me like that, I don't know if you my friend anymore. Here it goes on the truth. It could have been mine. It should have been mine.
Me.
I still want that gas. You deliver. Where you go? I'm gonna fire you. I see your mind. You'll take the ring of Sauron. You know the wild thing?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about you'll betray us. He was kind of right.
Kinda.
Because guess what? Frodo got to the end. You know he's like, nah. He did all that shit and did change. That's why Sam should have left him.
Frodo.
I didn't mean it.
Hey, Reed, I'm sorry. Don't tell the homies. Don't tell the crew.
He really is a scoring R&B boyfriend. If I done, yeah. That's how Ike Turner was acting when Tina left for the last time.
He just scared he gonna tell the homies. That's all he's scared about.
No, he's a good man that's just been corrupted by fear.
True. And he want the ring.
Duty.
A ring called out to you.
To do the right thing in his mind. Now he all looking like,
HD, baby.
No, you got my property. I can see your ass. That shit ain't yours.
Give me my shit, little motherfucker.
I don't care how many payments you made. My homie gave it to me. It wasn't his to give to you.
I want my last payment. Don't do that to me.
I'll take that shit off before we send the boys on you. Just walking around by himself. See, that wouldn't happen. And he like even look at Aragorn like it's taking Boromir. Where's the ring?
Stay away.
Nah, I want it.
I don't trust none of y'all.
You a white man. I swore to protect you. Can you protect me from yourself? Huh? You like what? And I don't even blame Frodo. He's like, this ring, y'all don't know how to handle this power. It's like crack. Would you destroy it? And guess what? Aragorn passed the test.
That's a righteous man.
Aragorn, you could be with your woman forever. He thinking about that too. Nope. He's like, nah, this your ring. Because he a righteous man. The only human that's righteous.
I would have gone due to the end.
But he know he about to bounce. Look at that. See, it's a shame Green Book happened, ain't it?
Oh, let me teach you how to eat chicken.
What do you do with the bones? Throw them out the window.
Just throw it out the window. Oh, shit. Run.
Yeah. Start calling the homies. You know, Aragorn the man. It's 50 on 1, and he like, y'all didn't bring enough. He like, let's square up.
Only man I'll listen to against 100 gorillas. He'll get his ass beat eventually, but still.
That man didn't run.
That man said, bring it.
Like, square up. Man, it's like at least 50 to 60 of them. Them orcs was trash.
They were.
I could run outside during the daytime, but I can't fight.
Well, they are tired now. That was a lot of running.
It's still one. It's Aragorn.
By the halfling.
They was moving too. Look at this Aragorn out. He ain't running. He out here like
squabble up.
Oh yeah, because he know the homies coming. Oh, Terminator ass Legolas. Man, don't get touched for 3 minutes.
Oh, he tripping and shit. Come on. Oh my God. Come on, Furl. Stop tripping over your big ass feet.
Them legs ain't made for hills, my friend.
Y'all don't see her right there?
You know, you get mad, you watch something like this, and you play Dark Souls. You think it's gonna be like that? You get hit. He about to, what's wrong? They know too. He about to bounce. He like, nah. He's leaving. Dragged us all the way out here for nothing.
If I was them two, I would have been.
I'd been mad. Well, they actually family and friends. So Frodo can't force them what to do. And we out here, we gonna sacrifice ourselves for you so you can save the world. That's some real friendship right here.
Yes, it is.
Because all this is kind of like, we hope Frodo get there. We don't know if he getting there. But as long as we out here fighting, we gonna give him a chance. Shit. I would say something smart, but that's basically how black people handle civil rights in America. Like one day the sun will shine.
We still waiting for that day.
I mean, it's wild. It's better than it was before, and show how bad it was.
Yeah.
If this is better, see, maybe if we had a white man like Aragorn fighting for us.
Good luck with that. Look, I'm back, boys. I was tripping, but now I'm here.
I'm gonna do what I do best. Yeah, Sean Bean can do many things. That man was out here fighting. Legolas out here.
Y'all getting too close.
You ain't never gonna touch
me. Give me 10 feet.
You know what's hilarious?
Huh?
They go to Horn. The Horn of Gondor. Yeah. Calling the squad. And how they film this is amazing. Like, it's just a straight track. You could, like, they are out here actually doing this. This ain't no green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no CGI. It's like, let's find 100 extras. Put some armor on. That's how it used to do back in the 2000s. Troy was doing the same thing. Yeah. Call that horn. That's how you be when it's time to do the podcast. The Horn of Brooklyn.
That would be Manhattan, sir.
Yeah, I didn't want to blow up the spot to where you actually live. I was giving you an out.
Oh.
Now you stitch on yourself. Oh shit, you about to get lit up. You ain't just gonna drive by me with a damn bow and arrow. Hit me like 5 times with the thick ass bow, the thick ass arrows too.
Yeah.
Like somebody hit me with a broomstick.
Sit your ass down.
He's still fighting. I'd be so mad if somebody had a damn arrow in their lung and still murdered me.
Oh shit! You got me in the belly now.
You know, people gonna be mad. Like, oh, you was with my son. Why my son died? Helping you? No, I didn't mean it. They was heated about that. Pops was heated too. I wish you died. You know what's funny? Boromir was the favorite one, and you see how he was acting. Also, I don't know what that say about Gondor, about the ring, because old boy's like, you know, I wish you died instead of my favorite son. You thought Fritz Von Erich was some shit. Hey, I mean, Sean Bean. Damn, how many times you get hit? 1, 2, 3. Nah, just stab me in the neck. He went out like a G. He redeemed himself, found his honor. Oh, look at him. They out here doing. You ain't gonna do that.
Damn, he yoked his ass up by his neck.
Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna swing this sword and do something. No, you not. You 3'9". That's how Last Legend gonna be carrying Jordan Grace around. Yeah, I just know she better not try that shit with Stephanie Valkyrie. You drop me. Like, I don't wrestle in Japan like that no more. You ain't drop me on my neck. Julia was like, I like that shit.
Yeah, I like it. We can run it back.
Let's run it. You remind me of home. A maniac. Here you go. You got. Oh, you gonna hit me from point blank range?
Man, you a bitch.
Like, I'm already dead. Here go Aragorn. So you know when he threw that knife at him and he deflected?
Right.
That was a real knife. It was an accident.
Fuck out of here.
Yes. It's some stuff. We go more some stuff. Like when he kicked the helmet, the second one, he actually, I think, broke some toes.
Shit.
Because it was not a prop helmet. He wasn't supposed to kick it that hard. Yeah. I can see why Russell Crowe like, I ain't doing that shit. Here you go, right here. This scene where you throw the knife, you flick it. Yeah, apparently that was a real knife.
That boy crazy.
Eric got hit his power beater. Look at him move.
Oh shit, that boy got it on. He got it on easy. Fuck you.
All right, boom.
Man, that was light work for me.
Yeah, Layla's like, why you bleeding though?
They take the little ones.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Where's Frodo? I let Frodo go.
You did what I could not.
Yeah, I tried to take the ring from him. Yes. You messed it up for everybody.
Forgive me.
I did not see it. I felt. Yes, you did. You failed them all. You fought bravely. You kept your honor. Like it's over. The road of men will fall. And all will come to darkness. He's like, I die, so it's over. He sound like Bill Belichick with the Patriots.
Boy, the Patriots will never be the same again.
Yeah. I'll make sure the White City won't fall, nor our people. Our people. Yeah, we one people. That's right. It always takes death to unite folks. Let me die with my sword in my hand like a G.
Mm-hmm.
You feel sorry for Borman at the end of the day.
You're like, damn, man.
You finally found God at the end. You finally saying in the name of Allah to make this is the merciful. Right when you about to die, huh? My king. You should have been acting like that a month ago. Y'all be a better place. But you was all hating. Layla's like, can we move along? But there goes Boromir. You know, Sean Bean in the movie, more than likely he's gonna die.
Yeah.
If he's on a TV show, more than likely he's gonna die. I think the last thing I watched with him that he didn't die in was The Martian. He just lost his job.
That was bad. He a white man. That's bad enough.
Yeah, saving the world, but snitching to do it. That's a wild movie too. They're like, oh, we can't just leave Matt Damon there. Why can't you? Lie. They're like, nah, think about the optics. We're going to spend all that money and ask China for help to go to Mars to get one man. But that's how I move. Won't spend money to take care of a million people. You'll spend a lot of money to take care of one if it's the right one. It's the right reasons. That's how I'm saying the world works.
Man, put that shit in your hand. Why you holding it like that?
Because he know about the burden. Look at them tears coming down his face.
Yeah, man, you got to stop crying, bro.
I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this would happen. Yeah. Oh, blue-eyed bandit. Got eyes like marbles. So do all who live to see such times. That's not for them to decide. You do what you need to do. I can relate. Man, it's about what you want to do. It's about what's dropped in your lap.
Gandalf dropping them bars.
You gonna handle it, or you gonna let it handle you?
Man, he remembered the bars like it was Nas Illmatic.
Now he getting that resolved. He do got little marble eyes. Like he bleed. That's how black people be looking with the wrong color contacts. Now Frodo like, I'm gonna find out how to do this. I don't know where I'm going. I'm gonna make a way.
I'm gonna wing it.
Into the wild. Watch out for wild mushroom. Oh, don't worry, Mus. Don't worry, sir. I'll help you, sir.
This
Samwise Gamgee be here, sir.
I wish you never would have said that to me.
We gonna do the show. We gonna be enriched in truth.
I'm coming with you, man. You know you ain't had to be a servant anymore, right?
You can't swim.
I know.
So Steven from Django.
Sam.
Don't let me, son. Don't let me, boss. That man was going. That man knew he couldn't swim, and was going to do what? What was his plan? I can't. Let me tell you something. As somebody that dove in water one day, who didn't swim and thought the ground was going to be not as deep. Yeah, let me tell you something. That's not smart. Because I did that once, and I only did that once. Always check the depth of a pool. I was like, I had never swum before. I just jumped. I'm like, I'll figure it out. Spoiler alert, I didn't figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Like Sam.
I had to walk and find where it's like where the floor slanted. And nobody knew either because everyone was jumping the pool and fun. I would have drowned.
So you would have just died with nobody really knowing.
What the hell happened?
Jesus.
I thought it was fine. They have to put it on my tombstone. No hood classics. No pharmacists. No nothing.
He died.
And it been like on Caseman.
He died.
The old girl was laid out in the train exercise.
Oh shit!
Except for she really was alive. Now we gonna make. He just really did that. See, that's what the love of your master have you do. Make you think you could swim even though you can't. Master gonna save me. Got him out here. Go to sea. And everybody getting ready. So now they're gonna fight for Frodo their own way. Damn, go over the cliff.
What a way to get buried.
Buried that man, he is salmon food.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
What happened to Boromir? No, he catfish dinner right now.
Damn, them injuries kind of healed up on his face quickly, didn't they?
They don't know how much time go by. He got a good skin regimen. Frodo's face no longer in our hands.
What? I'm out here for what then?
Yeah, basically saying that it's all been for vain. Like, no.
Fellowship has failed.
They're like, nah, we're going to fight our own way. Because I'll be thinking that too. Like, then what we be out here for? Now we hold true to each other.
We all that's left.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of the homies. So now the whole thing is we're gonna rescue Merry and Pippin. And you know it's wild. If you didn't know this movie series was a trilogy, you'd be wondering like, this it? This how it ended? Like Frodo bounced, Boromir died, and now that whole thing is we're gonna rescue Merry and Pippin. What they got to do with the ring? I know Elrond sitting here like, I'll leave y'all like what? Gandalf gone, and y'all just raggedy.
And we supposed to rely on these two.
Yeah, y'all 3'5" leg asses are gonna walk over those mountains, huh? Hope the others find a safe road. Like Strider will look after them. Don't worry about Aragorn got their back.
Don't suppose we ever see them again.
Yeah, you may not. I mean, you do. It just takes a long ass time. Yeah, Sam, a better friend than me. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, motherfucker, we know. I think anybody who listens to us know. You ain't doing what Sam did.
Nobody doing what Sam doing.
Mr. Frodo, I'm a drown.
I thought I was going to save you.
You thought wrong. Sam, you in the upper room now. You up here. What are you talking about?
He lucky he did that in the first movie. By the time Return of the King, he did that. Frodo would have left him. Nah, I was sick of your shit.
And that is the end of the Fellowship of the Ring.
I'll be happy when you do the extended edition.
Good Lord. That's just batshit insane.
I mean, I have watched them. I've only watched them once. But I watched all of them once.
You know, I may have watched them and just don't even remember.
It's just more details about certain things. I mean, they better move. I don't know. I guess you could say it's just better movies, but at the same time, it's like that's something that you gotta have a weekend off of work.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got enough. It's certain. Like I have to plan certain things. It's kind of like, do I got the time to do this?
Do I even want to do
I
this?
don't want because I still haven't watched that Havoc movie yet.
Me either.
Because I don't want to. I just haven't had time to.
I started it.
Watch it at home.
I ain't far into it.
Yeah, same thing. Like I started and then I'll probably watch that. I got to still watch The Last of Us and Andor. Them dropping 3 episodes at a time. It's like I got to spend an hour and a half just doing that.
Can I tell you something about The Last of Us? Mm-hmm. Shockingly, I have not started the second season. I'm going to tell you why. Because I know where it's going. I've seen social media. And I was like, I didn't have fun playing the game. Why do I want to relive all that? So I'm not rushing. I'll get to it.
Well, I don't blame you because guess what? I started playing the game.
Yeah, you chose.
I played for like an hour, and I'm like, this game is uncomfortable. It wasn't just the difficult stuff. I'm like, everything about this is depressing. You get touched once, you die. I'm walking around with a knife and a bottle that'll do shit. I'm like, what is this? Nah, it's like, I think I wasn't in the right mindset. Like one day I might go around to play the games again, even though the show kind of tell you what's happening. Like I knew the beats of the games, so I knew where the show was going. But it's I don't blame because it's one of those shows where it's a good show, but it ain't necessarily like enjoyable to watch. Mm-hmm. And it's like I remember watching The Walking Dead, and I got to a point like, why am I watching this? Like, they're never gonna find a cure. It's just gonna be more of the same. It just seemed like it's just a loop of just misery and despair. And I didn't even blame the show. I just blamed like the subject matter. And I started noticing I'm at a point where I need to enjoy the show I watch. That's why like Silo, I'm still stuck on season 2. I'm like, this show ain't fun. Like, and Severance the same way. Like, this show great. Yeah, it ain't fun. It's not enjoyable. And it felt like I only can watch an episode at a time. The source material too deep. Why? And I'm like, why am I doing this?
I've only watched the first season. I still haven't started the second season of Severance.
And I don't blame you. I'm like, because I'm like.
But I really enjoyed the first season though.
This show's depressing. Like I can appreciate how well the show is made and how amazing the performances are. I never had fun watching that show.
I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. That was my whole thing to keep watching. Then you left on that kind of like cliffhanger. So
yeah, so I started watching season 2. I'll get around. I'm like, I'd rather watch fun stuff. So like, I'm seeing that, and then I watch Our Friends in there. I'm like, this is fun. Rich man lose everything. You out here robbing his home, robbing his neighbors to keep up a lifestyle because he never liked them anyway. I can watch stuff like that. I can watch stuff like Landman. Or even Mobland. Like, even though it's kind of like about serious subject matter, is Pierce Brosnan being bullied by Helen Mirren while Tom Hardy mumbling his way trying to fix every problem. But basically the best way to describe, have you watched Mobland yet?
no.
Imagine Bane if Bane was a good guy. Because Tom Hardy, okay, it's basically it's a like Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren, like this British crime family, and Tom Hardy's like their number one enforcer, fix it man, and try and fix like a mess between them and another family. And most of the show is Pierce Brosnan trying to navigate stuff while being stressed out by Helen Mirren, telling her stop being a pussy, you gotta do more, and Tom Hardy fixing everybody's mess while mumbling. And just basically being exasperated. And as somebody who fixed a lot of mess while being exasperated, I can relate to Tom Hardy's character in that show. I would definitely recommend. I think it's like it's like 5 or 6 episodes. Like 6 episodes.
Okay.
See, Paramount Plus makes shows for men in like their 40s. I've noticed. Apple makes shows for people who do podcasts about shows.
Okay. Well,
look how, think about it. Severance, Ted Lasso, Silo, all the shows they make are awesome, great shows. That's kind of like most of them are not fun, or they type of like a whimsical fun. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm smart. Like it's for people who watch what's that show? Succession.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Succession with like 10 times the budget. That's how Apple shows are. And I try to watch Succession. I'm like, this is a bunch of rich people doing rich people shit. I want to watch this. But you gotta watch this show. It's so smart. It make you feel smart. I'm like, do y'all really like the show? Or do y'all like feeling smart? And y'all like shows that make you feel better about yourselves? I don't need a TV show to make me feel better about myself. I know I'm smart. I also know who cares if I'm smart? What difference that make? Being smart is overrated. But it's it's a show perfect for Twitter. And I'm not saying that because, we have friends who do a podcast like those shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a lot of my smart friends love those shows. Like, I love feeling smart. I love Severance because it make me feel smart. Not y'all dumbasses watching Daredevil.
You stupid.
That's basically it. Become all like real snobbish. It's whatever. So I know you got a time crunch. How much time you got left?
Oh no. Yeah, I got to be out the house till 12, so I got to hold.
So yeah. So luckily, we only had to do. Yeah, I know you want to talk about the playoffs. So go ahead.
Listen, man, Tyrese. Oh God. Listen, have I always thought he was overrated or underrated? I don't know because I don't watch enough Indiana Pacers games, right? I know he got to be at least a good player. He's in the league, right? That's how I look at it. I looked at it that way.
He's in the league.
He in the league. He made it to the league. Somebody drafted him. He's on the team, but I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. Like, hey, it was a lot of expectations that people had for Cleveland coming into the playoffs because they had a fantastic regular season. And Barn, like they were just blowing people out in regular season. My only thing is now there's the playoffs. It seems I don't. It's the playoffs, so everything is different. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And it's just funny seeing all the stuff, all the gifts, all the videos people are making about. Because I don't even think people know how to react to this. Because right there, he's the man.
Okay.
He went to the Cleveland and they stole 2 games. Shit.
Here's the thing. You know why Tyrese Halliburton is the way he feels? Because he is an excellent player, but he is an annoying human being. And he plays for the Pacers. So he reminds people of Reggie Miller, who is also considered an overrated player. That was a very good player. That was also annoying. And
Wait.
A certain way.
Do you think Reggie is overrated?
I think now Reggie is underrated. There was a time when Reggie was overrated. I think now people underrate him.
Okay.
Because of people forget how good Reggie Miller was in his prime. But Reggie Miller was never like, I don't think it was ever a situation where he might have been considered like a top 10 player any year he played. But he had the profile of somebody that was considered at that level because he was like, he had no fear and he was taking it to Jordan and sending the Knicks home. Here's the reason people care about the Pacers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Think about the fact that people care about a team in Indiana. Like, Indiana is not it's like the same way like Peyton Manning made the Colts relevant. Indianapolis isn't that big, but it has an outsized relationship with how we watch sports because they've had some very polarizing players in big scenes. People say Tyrese Halliburton is overrated because they don't like Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton be putting folks in the blender. He was injured last year, came back too soon, and it kind of like tarnished his reputation. So people thought he wasn't that good. It's like, oh, he started dating white women, he fell off. So them jokes start coming in. Ask the Knicks about Tyrese Halliburton. Like that man can hoop. I know Sacramento made that trade, and at the time they thought it was the right move. I know they I don't know. I know they gotta be having a second. It was a trade where it made sense when they did it. It has not aged well. In Cleveland, I mean, they were injured. they do have injuries, and people kind of brush that off. It's like they are missing like this second. They were missing like this second and third best player. I think Evan Mobley was defensive player of the year, and Darius Garland's still hurt. I think if the game didn't end the way it did, people would have more sympathy for Cleveland. It's the fact that Cleveland had that lead, and then Indiana just because I thought it was over.
Me too.
I went on Twitter, and everybody was talking about Tyrese Halliburton. I saw the highlights. I was like, "Oh, that man did some Kobe shit." I'm gonna get the rebound for Ole Miss, and I'm gonna send y'all home because it's like I already won game one, so it doesn't matter. Like, no, Tyrese Halliburton is that man, and like seeing Triple H tweet about that is just cracking me up because I still forget they really had that man do an NXT contract signing.
You forgot about him and old boy from the Knicks being on one of the shows?
No, I didn't forget about that. I just laughed that happened. Like WWE had their finger on the pulse, like we're gonna have Tyrese Halliburton come to MSG because we know Jalen Brunson's gonna be there. And it's like that's a situation that works in NBA storyline and wrestling storyline. And it takes a certain level of cultural awareness that WWE normally did not have. And it's just wild when we reach a situation where it's not just celebrities show up to wrestling, it's they show up in a way that makes sense to the wrestling storylines. And the fact that Tyrese Halliburton has this outsized personality, it's like the Pacers might be in the Eastern Conference Finals again.
Yeah.
And that is wild to think about. And it's you talk about annoying Tyrese Halliburton versus I don't know what's gonna be a more annoying storyline. If Cleveland played Boston or if Cleveland played the Knicks.
I don't even know. Yeah, you're right.
Because him versus Jason Tatum gonna be the battle of the light skins, and Jason Tatum is probably the most celebrated yet disrespected player in the league. Because I ain't never met a Jason Tatum fan in my life, but that man can be said that it is wild where he has a resume of a Hall of Famer. But nobody's like look at Jason Tatum like that.
No, yeah, nobody fears Jason Tatum. Nobody is.
Yeah. Even though they kind of should, but the way he plays, like I was watching that Boston Knicks game, I don't know who to root for. I don't like either one of the teams because like Boston just plays a way. It's like Boston played a way where it's like they shouldn't have won. They missed 45 threes.
You know what it did? I think we may have said this before, either you or me. All Boston did was copy what prime Golden State does. That's all they doing. But they just do it excessively. Like they do it a little bit more.
They took they play how people think Golden State used to play. Golden State was never that bad. Golden State looked that way because they had Klay Thompson and Steph Curry doing that at opportune times like that. And they were qualified to do that. Like you say, everybody on Boston does that.
Everybody.
And it's like, Jason Tatum don't have to play that way. You like 6'10". Why are you playing like you 6'4"? You got Jalen Brunson on you. Take that little man to the hoop.
I gotta get this tray.
You don't.
Yeah, you really don't.
You don't. But he just do that, and they all do that. And it's like when it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it's wild. And like the Knicks are just annoying because I'm like, whatever. All this, I got here this bing bong nonsense. And I'm like, they not gonna beat Boston. And they kind of know deep down at heart, but everything is we happy to be here, but we're gonna brag about it and all that noise. And the only thing that really bothered me about the Knicks is how people talk about them because they just overrate everything. I think Jalen Brunson the best Knick in history. You do, huh?
Yeah, I guess we forgot about Patrick Ewing, but okay.
Their color commentary is Walt Frazier.
I guess we forgot. I guess we forgot about Carmelo Anthony, but okay.
Forget all. You could say Patrick Ewing. You could say Carmelo Anthony. I'm like, even Bernard. Okay, Walt Frazier's right there. He's calling games. In no universe that Jalen Brunson is as good as Walt Frazier at all. Like, it was bad enough when they talk about he was Iverson, and I'm like, I don't gotta know when they were saying Kyrie Irving was as good as Allen Iverson, but I can understand it based on the optic level. And see, you play in New York, it's like it's certain cities. If you do that in cities, they overrate you. And Jalen Brunson is perfect for the Knicks because it's like that's our man. He's scrappy and he doing all this and he clutch and everything. And it's just a great story. And that's fine. It's when y'all go overboard. He's the best short guard since Allen Iverson. He better than Allen Iverson. I'm like, yeah, y'all need to go rewatch Allen Iverson.
Please.
As a Sixer fan, I try not to get stuck in nostalgia, but I get annoyed when we just disrespect past players like that because I'm like, we grew up watching those players.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't have to lie. Like we, and I can see it's not young people saying that either. It's old people who should know better.
Know better.
Like I know y'all know better. But I'm not surprised. We was getting this talk when they was saying about Brock Purdy reminding folks of Kurt Warner and Joe Montana, and we like, what they white? Like, it's something where you got to exaggerate what you see or denigrate what you saw before to make it look better. Like, you don't have to do that. You can just appreciate what you see for what it is. But I will say the NBA playoffs has been hitting. For all that talk about all those complaints about the ratings and nobody watched the NBA, that was a regular season complaints. Because guess what? The ratings in regular season actually improved from last year. And people kind of sit on the rug. The playoffs have been amazing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because I was watching OKC in Denver. And I'm like, OKC, y'all had that coming. Y'all up 3, y'all keep fouling.
Yeah.
Y'all get what y'all deserve. That's what happened in analytics. Y'all like, stop being a computer. Be a grown up for once. So I couldn't even be mad at Denver for winning. OKC brought down themselves, trying to be smart. Sometimes you just need to hoop it up. And I ain't going to forget about y'all. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah. No business. It's as when Steph went out, I was like, oh, this should be a little more easier. This shouldn't take, but it's just the shots weren't falling. The shots were not fucking falling last night.
Yeah, I was looking in the third quarter. Y'all had I know they ain't a 4.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know y'all got like 40-something points in the third quarter in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
And you know what?
And talked all that shit, and he just out here bricking. I'm like,
you know what?
Ooh.
That performance last night was what I was seeing when they were working the kinks out in the beginning of the season, where it would be like, the fuck are they doing? Oh, shots ain't falling. Whatever, we gonna lose this game. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, we let one slide, so we better win game 2, because if we don't, we gonna be in some deep trouble.
Y'all let the backpack man hit those threes.
I
knew it was up. But like sometimes it's just like that.
The fact that motherfucker shot 10 3-pointers, I was like, wow.
Draymond was feeling it.
4 for 10. I was like, okay, Dre, I see you out here.
And y'all let playoff Jimmy strike again. Sometimes I keep forgetting that Jimmy Butler's on Golden State. But then the crowd booed every time I got the ball. I ain't forget then. But it's been a very enjoyable NBA playoffs. Because even without the Lakers no longer being there, and who knows how long Golden State will be there, and it just shows at the end of the day, people appreciate good basketball from good basketball teams. But the media keep pushing this whole, well, if it ain't Steph Curry and LeBron, nobody give a damn. If it ain't the Knicks, I'm like, nobody. We grew up watching like San Antonio.
Yeah, that's true.
in Detroit and New Jersey. It's like, who gave a damn about the Pacers till the Pacers playing the Knicks and the Heat? Like, Miami wasn't nothing till they became something. Like, we should have learned our lesson in football. The Packers are one of the flagship organizations in the NFL. Green Bay ain't nothing special.
They
like
really
the city, the market, but it became special because the Packers made it special. Peyton Manning spent his whole career on Indianapolis and Denver. John Elway became a legend playing in Denver, Colorado. Like, who fucking cares? Like, if you hoop or if you ball, you ball. And I just hate, like, the NFL embraced that a long time ago. NBA still on this whole, well, we need the Knicks to do something. I'm like, the Knicks was trash for 20 years. The league was just fine. Like, embrace the stars wherever the stars are. And I'm glad that NBA Twitter is finally appreciating what we see. Is that this whole about what you don't see? I wish Kevin Durant was there. I wish Giannis was there. Focus who there. I actually appreciate who's playing. Like, we getting great games. Like, all the series have been entertaining, the games have been entertaining, and we getting folks to hoop. And that's what I'm here for.
I think that's what matters in the end. I think once the playoffs came, especially people who love basketball, of course you know what I mean? Of course we're going to check it out. We may not have been checking it out during the regular season, been hit or miss. But playoff time, we going to make damn sure we watching those games.
You got like basketball. You watching these West Coast games going off 11:30 Central Time. So I know if you live on the East Coast, it's like I go to work in the morning. I don't know what Jokic's doing. Jokic's out here putting up wilt numbers, and half the country sleep. So, but speaking of wilt numbers, I ain't talked to you about the whole wrestling. We had talked about the whole WWE releases. So I guess.
My God, that was a real super interesting day, especially me just watching how people talk. I get it if you're hurt or you're bothered if your favorite wrestler, if that was one of your favorite or somebody you enjoyed got cut. But you should feel for them. If you want to feel for them, don't start putting the company AEW. That's the point where it started annoying to me.
It makes you realize that people are not fans of the wrestlers. They fans of how the wrestlers make them feel, just like actors and athletes. And it's just kind of like I didn't even have a comment. Like, I didn't even talk about it on Twitter. Because for what?
What are we gonna do?
This happens every year. There's nuance involved. Nobody's gonna convince you about whether it's right or wrong. It was certainly cuts I disagreed with.
Oh, definitely.
But you know one of the funny thing is, I ain't heard a single person complain about any of the men getting cut. Not one.
So we both been seeing the same thing. Okay.
And I mean, Twitter trying to link. Like, here's the thing: wrestling Twitter, especially like wrestling fan Twitter, leans a certain way. Like, they tend to be real toxic about their favorites. But I notice with the men, they have some favorites, but it's more like I hate certain wrestlers more than I've like. Like somebody CM Punk fan, they a CM Punk fan. Like CM Punk fans are very visceral about that. Most of those type of fans though, their wrestlers are AEW. Like Roman Reigns fans ain't sweating nothing because it's like, what I need to worry about? Roman Reigns gonna be okay. Cody Rhodes gonna be okay. Like Gunter fans ain't loud. They like Gunter. You ain't gonna see all that. But you see plenty of people like if it's somebody they don't like. You see a lot of Jey Uso and shit. I don't see all that. I want LA Knight overrated. Like LA Knight fans are just busy being LA Knight fans. When it comes to women wrestlers, they gonna let you know. Especially if it's like they be on first and it's wild where the most visceral reactions I saw was Dakota Kai by far, and then Jakar Jackson. Were the two I saw that people complain the most.
I will say those were my top two as well.
Yeah, and they weren't the only people that got released. There's plenty of people that got released,
and the third coming in third was the tag team, the two girls. And
it was a distant third, but they did come in third, and it just shows where it's kind of like you can see the justification about it. It wasn't even people talking about it's not a money thing because they like. I don't think anyone was getting paid that much where it really made Ron Strowman was probably making good money. I don't know what Dakota Kai was making. I really don't care. But people talking about, well, they do it all that. Why they do all that? They sign a way play. I'm like, it has nothing to do with necessarily money. It's about if we're not using these people the way we feel we can use them, then what's the point of them having them there? And they made a decision where it's like we not caring about. I wonder. And I know it might be short-term thinking. You don't have Liv Morgan there for how long, so you got the tag title sitting on ice. And if you don't have a tag division, then it's like you can nix about a whole bunch of people. Because you notice how many tag teams and the women just got slouched.
Yeah.
And also it's like SmackDown's about to go back to 2 hours. You have these people that you signed last year that are getting elevated. You have people coming back from injury that are going to get time. And you got people in the pipeline. And this kind of thing, like, especially the women, like, I've done the show with Kevin plenty of times. And a lot of them, we say it's like, yeah, WWE got too many people, especially too many women.
You're not wrong.
It ain't going to get any better. And that's not the executing bottom line of, like, you could have used Dakota Kai. Nobody's saying she's not talented. But it's kind of like...
That's what I thought.
I'm looking at it as like, if you got Asuka coming back and Kyrie coming back, you got a numbers crunch.
Yeah, that's also true. I just felt Dakota was, I don't know. I thought she's really good. I mean, I'm sure she'll land on her feet. AEW's out there. TNA is out there. I'm sure she's not going to be out there long if she want to continue to wrestle. Same for Jakar. I don't think she's going to be out there long because somebody up there.
The Jakar Jackson one was kind of like, if you're not going to have them,
metaphor.
If you're not going to be pushing the tag division, they obviously see Lash Legends like this is the one, and I'm looking at it from a kind of like ceiling wise. I can see why they made that choice. I still think it's like they sleeping on Jakar Jackson, but unfortunately, they got enough people where they can afford to sleep on people. Like, that's the whole thing. This whole, what's the WWE women division going to do? I'm like, have y'all seen the women division in WWE? There's like, they still have a lot, and there's always more. All I got to go watch Evolve. That's all you got to do. It's like 5 or 6 women right there. Like, they're going to be in NXT next year. And I think WWE has reached a point where they like, if you don't fill a specific role or you don't have a high ceiling, after a certain time, it's like, what we gonna do with you? Like, no offense to Gallus, what they gonna do with Gallus?
I mean, yeah.
Like, and it's not defending them. It's like literally,
what are you gonna do with them?
What are you gonna do with certain people? Like, or if you don't feel like Ora Mensa is gonna be a star, it's like a Cedric Alexander thing. You gonna have him be enhancement talent? Is that gonna benefit him? Just get a stand. Like, they're not doing this whole you gonna be Scotty 2 Hotty for a decade. Like that shit that does not happen anymore. In case people don't realize that whole we like you, just gonna keep you around. Like, R-Truth got that spot, and he straight had that spot for a while, but that spot really don't exist. Like, you got to bring something to the table, otherwise you don't get to sit at the table. It's like Shayna Baszler. The moment they didn't let her beat Becky Lynch, it was all downhill for her on the main roster. And between that and her age, it's kind of like they never knew how to use her on the main roster. That's just the way that's truth, and everybody will tell you that. And people kind of like, this why it's like nobody's like they shouldn't have got rid of Shayna Baszler. It's kind of like, how many people you hear her say like people know she's good. How many people came out and complained about that one?
Not too many. And my only complaint was that I think to get the max that you can see out of Shayna Baszler, it wasn't going to be there.
Why you call her Shane?
Shayna.
Boy, you a names, I swear. Yes.
I said Shayna, but I guess you didn't hear me. I did was rubbing my mouth, so maybe you didn't hear me.
I'm sorry, Birdman.
Yeah, anyway. I think, like I said,
I would also be remiss, like the one that also got mentioned the most and was surprising was Cora Jade.
Yeah, but that one's kind of murky right now just because of the stuff that she's allegedly said happened to her when she was working. So she still got let go. I thought she was fine. I thought they were giving her, a lot of TV time for her to be let go. It's just,
I don't think that's a talent issue. And I saw that whole thing. Oh, the people got releases because they lazy. I'm like, that's bullshit. Ain't nowhere in the world you keep seeing Metaphor get tag matches. They didn't believe in Jakar Jackson. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I saw y'all Cora Jade is on NXT and Impact. And so is Gigi Jolin, but all of a sudden it's like, oh, no, they ain't working hard enough. You wouldn't be using them if they wasn't working hard enough. That's where it's like, I get annoyed when I be hearing reports from stuff that does not match what I see with my own eyes.
Seems like it's a disconnect.
It's because it sounds like nonsense. Like, it literally sounds like nonsense. And Cora J, I'm like, Cora J come out, I had to change somewhere else. I was getting body. I'm like, who is body shaming Cora J?
That's what was making me be like, huh?
Like, you see what she look like? Like, what do we, like, it's wild. I saw the writing on the wall with her when they decided to, like, slide Julia in that place with Roxanne instead of her. And I felt that more for, like, to elevate Julia, but it's kind of like, that was still like that didn't, I like how they, we fought as enemies, now we friends type thing, like an anime nonsense, like Goku and Vegeta. But it just seemed out of nowhere because it's like, that was Cora J's slot, and then it wasn't her slot anymore. So I don't know if it's more like locker room stuff.
Now that you put that out there like that is what was bugging me that I couldn't figure out. I said, I'm cool with this, being a little duo, but something seemed off. You said it. Now I know. Yeah, you're right.
Because the optics just look weird. It's the same way, like, you rewatch that Metaphor breakup. It's like, I feel they had to know.
Yeah.
Because it just came off like, this shit don't make. I'll wait till Norm Dar come back and you break it up. Then, like, this shit don't make. The timing makes no damn sense. And I saw Ormans on Evolve, so that part didn't bother me. But this whole, we going our separate ways, and it did not seem happy. It seemed kind of melancholy. And as soon as that happened, you get rid of two of them. And I'm surprised they didn't get rid of Noam Dar, to be perfectly honest.
Oh,
not to say that he shouldn't, but it's kind of like,
you were thinking like
same boat as Ormesa.
Yeah, like, you ain't been here in a minute, and
you've been here a long time, and it's like, what you gonna do? Because it's kind of like, you watch NXT, and that's the biggest thing. I think the same thing happened with, like, people talking about, well, how come they got rid of Cora J, not Nikita Lyons? Because I'm kind of like, they still see some of Nikita Lyons, and her going to Evolve doesn't look like the whole demotion. Y'all can make jokes. Her being involved to get ring work to catch up. Because it's kind of like, say what you want about Nikita Lyons, but Nikita Lyons there's still nobody that
look like her.
Looks like her.
Yeah, and she's a different looking white woman. And basically,
she has, like, the issue has always been about not just different looking white woman. She's talented. It's just, you gotta figure out how to work it out. Yeah, she ain't the first wrestler that's gonna be, and she ain't the last one. But I know why people feel the way they feel about her, because they like, she getting all these chances, she ain't shit. Like, no, y'all just don't like her because she did that song with that MAGA guitarist or whatever, and now y'all stop lusting after her.
And like I said, they see something there, and injuries played a factor into why she's so behind. So yeah, let her go into Evolve. And
and it's not that she got injured once, she got injured twice. The same thing happened to Cora Jade.
Yeah.
It's like, because like, getting injured once is fine. I mean, it's never fine, but you can come back from that. But you miss a lot of time. Like, the roster looks a lot different when you come back, and you don't look as special anymore. And it just becomes a number issue with the women, because it's kind of like the tag teams. If you're not using the tag teams, then there's no point to it. But I felt bad for Damian Priest. You out there cutting that promo, they cut his girl.
Oh, people,
that same day, I felt real bad for Tatum Pax. Like, they cut your tag team partners, your best friend, and your husband.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, because I thought about that, because like, Gigi, they got rid of Gigi, and they said now they're not re-signing Shotzi. They got rid of Jakara Jackson, and they got rid of Javier Bernal while he was out there in Evolve doing this thing. It's like, you got to show up to work.
Them getting rid of Shotzi, I don't know. I mean,
injury.
Yeah, but
numbers. They could have used her, but I'm kind of like, use her where? I'm not even defending them. I'm just kind of like, you can't push everybody. And I think they reached the point where it's kind of like, unless I'm going to push you, what am I going to do with you? Shotzi too good to be in NXT.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you watch Raw and SmackDown, it's like, it's only so many spots, and people about to come back take their spots. Like, they can't even find, like, Alexa Bliss about to come back, and people forgetting this whole, like, Becky wasn't there for a year, and Charlotte wasn't there for a year. And now they back. Bianca's on vacation with her injury, but she will be back. Rhea Ripley is still there. Now you're talking about you elevating Roxanne Perez. You elevating Julia. Apparently, they're going to push Kiana James when she come back. And then you talking about the Bella twins, talking about they want to, like, it's only so many spots there for so many people. And if you don't stand out as somebody like you are super special, then you're not going to have a seat at the table. And it's not this whole, well, they need more people. They got people. But what they going to do to mid-card, I'm like, they got enough people. The issue has never been the amount of people. The issue has been who they push. That's always been the issue. And it's kind of like, with Gigi Dolan, the whole thing is, yeah, she's talented, but what's the peak of her talent? Like, she's too good to be in NXT at this point, but they don't think she's good enough to be in WWE to have a spot. And it's kind of like, she's almost like her and JC James like fighting over a spot. And they chose JC Jane. Unfortunately, it's gonna come down to this whole thing. Like, we only got enough spots for certain people. You notice we didn't talk about the men because nobody, like, it's funny. Oh, who cares about Braun Strowman? Braun Strowman was out here chilling shit with Bronson Reed. He was watching on TV all the time. That's the second time they got rid of him.
Hey,
a former world champion. They like, we got nothing to do with you.
That man, Bronson Reed. Not Bronson Reed. What was his name? Braun Strowman. Basically, he was doing a lot of work during the pandemic, and it was just like, I ain't no big fan of him, but
that man is the reason. That man elevated Roman Reigns, made people care about Ricochet, and got Bronson Reed over.
Yeah, and now he's on his jet ski.
Former world champion, because their whole thing is like, it's wild where Sheamus just came back. Because it's like nobody, it's the same thing with the men. Is kind of like, what you gonna do with Braun Strowman? You could do something, but what you gonna do? They don't really. It's WWE issue is they have a plethora of talent, and a lot of talent's over. It's only so much hour. Even with all the programming they have, it's only so many people they do have. I don't even talk about the money. I just talk about the time. It's not even defending them. It's just kind of like, we watch the shows. A lot of people don't even be on the show. It's like, you got part-time champions take vacation, and that shit don't matter. Like Roman Reigns, I'll be back in June, late May, or whatever, and it makes no damn difference. Like, it literally does not matter. That's how deep the talent is. And you watch NXT, and it's kind of like, it was funny. Like the NXT, like you see, Javier Bernal, are they going to do something? Gallus, what are they going to do? It's kind of like, some of them going to be in TNA, some of them going to be in AEW. Like, it's going to be hilarious if, Gigi Dolan just shows up in TNA. Like, it's wild when I watch Elijah show up on NXT.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's like, oh, you right. It is wild where it's kind of like, you back where you started. And it's funny with this relationship with TNA and WWE, where it's kind of like, you might see Cora Jade more on NXT if she signs with TNA than you did if she stayed in NXT.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be surprised if some of them end up in TNA.
Yeah, I could see Jakara. People talking about her like, go to Japan, become a shooter, and then come back. Like, she got talent. And they just never gave her, because she had the whole injury bug thing too that kind of derailed her, and she was always playing catch up. And it was kind of like, they didn't see what they had in her. But I just hope people land on their feet. I feel bad for people where, like, you was here on a visa, and now you get your job fired, and we hating immigrants right now. So and you can't really associate with that, because Linda McMahon out here, her non-spelling ass, running the Department of Education, it's wild where WWE become like the they get labeled the MAGA company between Linda McMahon and TKO. Is like,
it's nasty.
You go nasty, but I'm like, why are we acting like Tony Khan dad ain't no big Trump supporter himself?
I mean, look,
it's like, why are we out here? That's the thing that get me. You try to put morality there to wrestling companies, you're going to be out here looking dumb.
It's dumb. It's really dumb. Go support your local independent promotion. You may have better luck with that. You may, but did you thinking that AEW moving different? Nah. Yeah.
It's kind of like people saying, "Oh, they're gonna drop the ball with W." I'm like, WWE's gonna be just fine. From finance wise, from wrestling wise, that shit is not. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter. It's not gonna. Oh, they dropped the ball. They can afford to drop the ball. I mean, if Jakara Jackson becomes better somewhere else, then you know what? She become better somewhere else. Because guess what? Toni Storm became a lot better somewhere else.
Yes, Lord.
Did that affect WWE women's division the slightest?
Nope.
No. Mercedes is probably the best. Her and Io probably you can argue the best women wrestlers on the planet right now. What that got to do with WWE?
It's a. I don't know. I have to talk. It's a very beautiful thing to see Io getting the roses now. It seems like fans finally like, I do like her. Oh, she's really good. For whatever reason.
No, they always liked her. It's not the fact that the fans like her. It's the company is treating that way. No, I know she made it because people start calling her Io Hogan. When she beat Roxanne Perez on a roll up, people mad. Why Io always win? And I'm like, yeah, Io get that Bianca, because that's how I knew Bianca Belair made it. People start complaining out, why they booking her like she's John Cena? Because she's the face of the company, and y'all ain't used to a blip. And y'all, it's wild where we saw how Mercedes got booked in WWE like trash, and then we saw Bianca get treated properly, and people was like, she get pushed too much. That's how you know you make it. Now Io getting that too, and that's the first time you have had a foreign woman get pushed. It's like you are the face of the division. English is not your first language, and everybody cool with it. And she got that solely based off being amazing at her job. If you want to see, like, she is basically the face of the women's division, and she got that basically. I put the work in for a long time, and everybody cool with that. WWE's gonna be just fine with the women. Like, I will root for Dakota Kai wherever she goes and hope for the best for her. And people are like, oh, I didn't know why her hair. I thought she light skinned. Why her hair curly like that? Like, yes, she is Samoan. Just because she lived in, like, there are Samoans that live in Australia. Quite a few. Like, do y'all think Bronson Reed was Australian? Because he lived there? Like, you can live in certain place that don't like. Nia Jax lives there too. Does Nia Jax look like Toni Storm? Like, come on now. Y'all saw Boba Fett? Y'all saw Tamura Morrison? You see what he looked like? You see where he lived? Like, come on now. Do the math. But I root for the women and the men to land on their feet and find spots. It's just such and as people point out, like Dijak has pointed out and Matt Cardone has pointed out, you can mope or you can become the best version of yourself on the indie roster and make a name for yourself and make more money and reinvent yourself. Because guess what? You know who did that? Cody Rhodes did that.
Mm-hmm. And guess who came knocking? So
Drew McIntyre did that. It can be done. Like, you come back and have a raise next time. Like, the price of the brick went up. But it's not defended, but it's wild where, I guess we can wrap up. Cuts happen all the time. They're going to keep happening. I don't know why we always act surprised about this. And I just imagine, like I was talking to like the group chat, I could imagine to like, they cut Rich Steamboat. Back in the 80s, I'm like, just think about the whole thing. It's like, people leave. Like, it was wild how, I don't know when that became such a big thing, because it wasn't in the 80s, so I was a kid, so I didn't really pay attention like that. And I don't think it was like that in the 90s. It was more like people were surprised, it wasn't we didn't complain about people got rid of. We was like, you saw Lex Luger back in WCW? Oh, look, the Radical showed up at It was about when people showed up at different companies, you got excited. Not this whole, they left such and such. Nobody was complaining that Chris Jericho left WCW. They was excited that he went to WWF. Maybe it's the 2000s. I don't even know. But we just reached a certain point where it's kind of like, bro, they get rid of such and such. What they gonna do now? Why they cut this guy? They dropped the ball on this and that. I'm like,
if I'm amazed how much energy people put into that and how much anger they have towards certain companies and certain wrestlers and people losing their job, but pretty much losing their jobs. When you work with people that lose their job, right? Do you go out in a bang and do you put out a tweet, mass tweet about
that dude ain't doing a moonsault?
Pretty much he
out here working an Excel sheet.
Y'all are not doing that. Motherfuckers that work at Target and Walmart, do y'all have these battles? You know what I mean? Like, oh, he went to Target now. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we really doing?
It's always outside because the coworker is just a coworker. He's not bringing no form of enjoyment, entertainment, and it really has nothing to do with the with the person. It's more about how he makes the fan feel. Because guess what? Compare how the reaction was with Ricochet and Samantha Irvin. Ricochet went to AEW because he felt like he wasn't getting his just due in WWE. He reached his full potential in AEW. And everybody celebrated that.
Right.
Nobody was like, boom, why they get rid of Ricochet? It was like, he don't want to be there and he can do better in AEW. He has done better in AEW, so they treat it as a win. Samantha Irvin is like, I want to do something else. Me and WWE is cool. And they call her a traitor.
You just following behind that man.
Why you abandoning them? I hope you get a OnlyFans and you flop. And white, and it's like,
wow.
She don't even have beef with WWE. They didn't have beef with her. If she wanted to go back, they would take her back the next damn day. If it was like, you want to come and do this, but she don't want to. She wanted to do more than they wanted her to do. They understood that. No harm, no foul. She chose a different career path based on her options, her goals, and they treated her like, how dare you? Like, who do you think you are? Not this, like, why? It's more kind of like people get mad when you have agency. Like if Dakota Kai was like, you know what, I want to go to AEW, I'm not getting used right, we probably have a different reaction.
You're absolutely right with that one.
Yeah, like we probably like, okay, because it's kind of we would have that reaction, like because we had that reaction when Athena went to AEW. We definitely had it with Toni Storm. Like people was like, oh well, yeah, they should have got rid of Toni Storm, but they wasn't using her right anyway, so she can elevate herself in AEW. It wasn't this whole how dare they got rid of her and now she's unemployed. It's more like she can do, and that's what it boils down to. If you like the wrestlers, why can't you like them where they work at? If you can still watch them on TV, like because my whole thing is, if I'm a Bobby Lashley fan, I'm still a Bobby Lashley fan if he in AEW. He basically doing the same thing he was doing in WWE. And I just laugh because it's this whole, well, WWE don't know how to book black men and and everything. They need to push them more. And I'm like, they go to AEW, they doing the exact same thing they was doing in WWE, and it's celebrated. And I laugh at the whole, you can't push the whole black man thing. You know what's wild about that?
What's that? What's wild about it?
What black men is WWE supposed to push right now? That's a singles wrestler.
Good question.
You want the Street Profits to break up so you can push Montez forward? Because I don't know if y'all noticed, it ain't a lot of black men in WWE. Most of them in NXT. Like how many on the main roster? Carmelo Hayes, R-Truth, the Street Profits, the New Day. Who else? Apollo Crews is hurt. Who else? Who they supposed to push?
Yeah, y'all talking just to be talking.
I'm like, when I thought about that, I'm like, I heard the whole, well, they don't be having single men, pay-per-views. And I thought about that, and I'm like, well, who's supposed to be on there? Unless y'all want Carmelo Hayes to have Solo Sikoa spot, it ain't they don't have a lot of black men. Because guess what? The black men are either in NXT Were they getting pushed to the moon, or they all went to AEW?
That's true. I mean, ain't so much you can do if they not there for you.
And it's like the black men at AEW is like, yeah, Swerve getting pushed, and that's it. Ricochet getting pushed. He the upper mid card. He's the upper mid card in WWE. So I'm like, it's not a WWE thing. You know what it is? It's a wrestling thing. Cause I'm trying to miss these good old days where black people was getting pushed properly. What day was that? Where was that?
Don't get me started.
Like, it damn sure wasn't the 80s when we was growing up. And I told people all now, go rewatch the Attitude Era, see how they pushed The Rock. That'll open your eyes about this whole, because The Rock was pushed almost better than any other, was probably the best pushed black man they ever had. And even then, he was kind of getting like this whole, well, we only gonna push you because Undertaker and Stone Cold hurt. The rest of the time, you out here feud. Because I was rewatching those SmackDowns and seeing how for like 3 weeks he'd be feuding with like Val Venus and Al Snow. And then all of a sudden he feuded with Triple H for the title because somebody hurt. I'm like, oh yeah, these optics kind of, this math ain't mathing. Because they ain't like The Rock, The Rock more over now. I'm like, The Rock just become over in a week. Like if you watch SmackDown from when SmackDown start, you will notice how it's like we push The Rock when Stone Cold ain't here. The rest of the time, we just got The Rock out here being famous. Like kind of like he getting the LA Knight treatment. And this is wild to think about that with The Rock as popular as it is. And that's The Rock. Because Ron Simmons didn't get pushed correctly. You saw what happened with Mark Henry. Like Booker T kind of closest. Even then, it's kind of like, I guess.
Yeah, it was still,
it was kind of like
kind of shaky.
It's like, all right, I guess, because Hogan ain't acting right, so I'm gonna pretend I'm Bill Watts and put the belt on a black man again. It's always feel shaky. Like even if they get the push, it's like they get the push till they get the title, and then once they get the title, they don't get the support anymore. It's like, all right, you're gonna have that for a few months. And it's like it's always been like that with black male wrestlers. It's always been like that black wrestlers in general. Like we never got properly pushed right. So this whole narrative, Triple H, that Nazi ass, he won't be pushing black people. I'm like, and Vince did? This whole we miss Vince and we need a part of Vince. I'm like, y'all need to shut the fuck. Excuse my language. Y'all really need to shut the fuck up with all that. Like, no, I don't miss Vince McMahon. You saw Dakota Kai got fired. Guess who fired Dakota Kai the first time? It was not Triple H. Did y'all miss that part?
They did.
Yeah, it was like this whole revisionist history, like Triple H is ruining the business. We need to bring Vince McMahon back. It's like, y'all really need to watch Raw. Y'all really need to watch WWE before the pandemic.
Y'all forgot real quick.
Yeah, and y'all need to stop doing that shit. Like y'all can have y'all foibles about Triple H and this stuff to criticize about. But I think a lot of that is kind of like, that's not even a Triple H thing. That's a TKO thing. And I've noticed this whole TKO stink starting to creep in.
Yeah.
Between ticket prices and them want to be cheap. And it's like, yeah, that cheap shit worked for UFC fans because they are indoctrinated to kind of like, they always going to support the Shield more than the athletes. That don't work with WWE. Those fans are like, yeah, we rock with WWE, but if you we rock with the wrestlers more. And it's like they notice things more because guess what? So when they you bring Dana White in front of UFC fans, he get cheered. You saw what happened when he brought in front of WWE fans. They ain't rocking with that man like that.
Hey, I'm just glad. The number one thing I'm glad about this week is that now we have confirmed from somebody that was back in the back when Hogan's so-called apology happened. That didn't happen. There was rumor that didn't happen. Shelton Benjamin came out like, yeah, he didn't make an apology. Keep my name out your mouth.
And people are getting mad, like, you thought I was mad because he said my name right? Like, yeah, everybody's like, he a piece of trash.
I'm just glad it's been confirmed. So now some of these crackers will stop saying that, well, he apologized. Okay.
It's wild where it's like Hulk Hogan reached the point where nobody's rocking with him. Because it's like, it is wild. Both MVP and Undertaker feel the exact same way about Hulk Hogan. What do they have in common in life? I don't know anybody who's more diametrically opposed in life between those two besides the whole, like, we appreciate old school wrestling. And you talk to them and they feel like Scott Steiner and Seth Rollins. You ask both of them about Hulk Hogan and they're going to say the exact same thing. That's all I need to know. Because it ain't like they going to be like, Scott Steiner ain't going to say that to be cool. Ain't nobody, like, I don't know anybody popular that defend. There's more people that defend Vince McMahon than defend Hulk Hogan. And even the Vince stuff is like, yeah, I know I ain't supposed to, but that's my homie. I love him. And like, he did what he did, but I'm still going to rock him. I ain't hear nobody say about Hulk Hogan. Like, wrestling wise. You rarely hear that. They are like, he trash. He a lie. Like, either he racist, he a scammer, or he a liar. For whatever reason, people are looking at him like, no, they ain't rocking. We ain't rocking with him no more. And fans of him can't seem to just accept that. Why y'all mad at him? Is it a politic thing? Is it a racist thing?
Well, without him,
it's all of it.
Without him, the wrestling business. Okay, we know what he did for the wrestling business. That doesn't change.
Man, we passed all that.
Yeah, we passed that. That's not what we talking about anymore.
Y'all ain't out here talking about y'all need to. Y'all, because I made the same argument about Bruno Sammartino. Y'all ain't talking about him no more. And it's wild watching that Billy Graham thing. I know I watched that on Dark Side of the Ring. I can see why he felt a certain way, like, oh, y'all just let Hulk Hogan just bite my style.
Old style.
Oh, that shit was. You watch that episode yet?
I ain't watch it yet, but I've heard him talk about that before.
That shit is just a track. Like, that man's like, this whole wrestling ain't real thing. It was real to him. He felt like, because basically, we can wrap up with this. The short version is he got super over. He was always supposed to be a transitional champion, and he felt mad. He's like, I'm over. Fans cheering me. I'm making money. Why can't we just keep rocking it? And Vince Sr.'s like, the plan. We stick it to the plan. And he felt like he got rejected. It just went downhill. And it was wild where it's like he couldn't overcome booking. It had nothing to do with him. And then to have to deal with all that, and then basically see Hulk Hogan basically take your style and rock it, and then know, because Vince McMahon Jr. is like, if I was in charge, you'd have been champ. Probably would have. I know that got to mess with your psyche. Like, the only reason you lost your job is because it was just, that's how we do things. They had nothing to do with you. It was nothing, like, it don't matter how well you could perform in a job. You was never going to have that job long as you're supposed to have that job. And that got to feel, and it's like, you can look at this whole, well, wrestling is a job and I get paid the same amount of money and it shouldn't matter. But I can see why people feel that way though. It's kind of like, no matter what I do, it don't matter. Like, it's the people who say it should just be a job will be the same people arguing about kayfabe. Bret Hart cared too much. Maybe that's why Bret Hart was great, because he cared. Like, I don't tell people about how much they should care about their job. It's their job. And I care about my job. I care about my job a lot. It's not just because my job is important, which it is. It's because it's my job. It's something like, I care because I care about anything that's important enough for me to do. And I spend more time at work than I spend anywhere else in life. So I understand that mindset. A lot of people hate their job, so they don't care. It's just a check. And they have the right to feel that way too. But I ain't never going to tell nobody how they should feel about their job. Who am I to tell them that? And we watch wrestling, like we do movies and we watch wrestling. And it's just amazing how people feel about certain things, and we try to tell them you should feel a certain way or you shouldn't feel a certain way, or you care too much, you don't like. We make fun of wrestlers who care too much while glorifying somebody like Kobe Bryant, who basically treat like, I'm a samurai.
Yeah, if you ain't up at 3.
Like, I'm a social, like, you gotta be if you want to be great, you gotta be a Kuma and embrace the Satsu no Hado to reach your potential. And we glorify that if we like them. If we don't, we call them maniacs. Because guess what? They are maniacs. But sometimes ain't nothing wrong. But sometimes being a maniac will be beneficial. Tom Cruise is a maniac. That's why we get great movies. The Rock a maniac for different reasons. I'm a take I'm gonna take a portable gym, a full size gym everywhere I go. Because I can't go to gyms anymore. So I'm going to take one. I'm going to maximize I'm going to eat 450 grams of protein a day at 50 years old and do all this. It's like, ain't nothing healthy or normal or sane.
Man, your heart ain't said I'm tired yet. Dog, I'm tired. God damn, what you doing up there?
Yeah, I'm like, I try to do, like, we both eat. We both do the whole diet thing. I'm kind of like, I'm becoming very like, I'm going to do what's reasonable for me. This whole, well, for your body size, you need to eat 220 grams of protein a day. Man, fuck you. You know how much food? I'm looking at like, you know how much food that is? Like, no, I'm not eating 6 eggs. Or I'm eating an egg and a cup of egg whites.
No.
You ever eat a cup of egg whites?
A cup? No.
A cup.
No.
Yeah, I have. It's not fun. Imagine doing that. Yeah, how much you eat a 10-ounce steak? Yeah, go weigh out 10 ounces of steak, and then imagine you got to do that 3 times a day or 4 times a day. I have a career, and maybe I won't look like Guile from Street Fighter because I won't put the sacrifice to eat 220 grams of protein and make sure I measure out my gallon of water. It's like, and that is just fine. Some people can do that. Do the best you can do with the situation of what you have. Do not be out here competing with people who have different lives than you, because if your body is not your job, don't compare yourself to people whose job is to look that way. They are in a different position in life than you are. They have different goals than you are. And I just noticed, like, a lot of times I'll be taking a setback. It's like, you got an office job. You doing box jumps. Like, you gotta think about that. Like, what's your? I just tell people, like, it's certain things. Like, now I work out 3 times. I lift weights 3 times a week now. Just 3 full body workouts. Mm-hmm. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because it's like, it's a difficult workout, but I can do it. And that's all I want to do. I want to improve a little bit each better. I'm not trying to work out like a fitness influencer. I'm not a fitness influencer. I'm not their age. I don't have that mindset. Even if I had the genetics for it, that's not what's my goal? Like my goal now is to age well and enjoy life. That's it. Be smart about, that's all you should try to do. Be honest about what you want to do and why you want to do it, and do the best you can. Stop comparing yourself to everything you see, like all them Photoshop and filters and the light. Stop. We all need to stop doing that. All of us. That's all I got to say.
On that note, the next film we'll be doing, let me make sure it's on here first. We'll stay on Max. Make sure it ain't going away yet. Yes, we will be doing Chronicle, the director's cut. The director's cut is on Max. That's the film we're doing next.
I haven't seen that movie. No, I don't think I've seen that movie from beginning to end since I saw the movie theater.
I haven't seen it in a long fucking time.
And it's wild where you watch that movie and it's like the people that made it is not the star. It's the co-stars.
Yeah, it's the co-stars. Yeah.
It's like, because Michael B. Jordan not even a movie that long, but you watch like, yeah, he got in it. And Dane DeHaan is like, he just played a creep. So like, I think he played that movie too well, because he's just basically, I don't know if it's that movie or just how he looks. Because between doing that and being Norman Osborn,
yeah.
I mean, being Harry Osborn, it's like, all I see is a creep.
Yep.
So when I try and pretend to be a hero, I'm like, nah, he look too sickly for all that. So.
That's going to be fun. That's the film we doing. You want to follow us on our socials? You can follow us on Twitter, Shahid at Philly_drug, me at Jeff versus the World. Also, you can follow me on TikTok at The Real Jeff versus the World. Yep. Until next week, we are out of here. Peace.
Peace out.